Hey guys, it's Chef Jason for the Colorado Department of Agriculture and my friends at Colorado Proud. Today, we're showing off the beauty of Colorado's pumpkin harvest by making this amazing smoked pumpkin cheesecake. We've got a little smoked salt in there, and today, because we wanted to have a fun twist, we're actually going low and slow on our wood pellet smoker for this cheesecake. Now listen, no wood pellet smoker, don't sweat it because this recipe works just as good in your oven. So without further ado, let's dig in here. Let's talk about these ingredients, and we're absolutely going to get going. We're stirring it up today. It's cheesecake time. Step number one, it is time to make the crust. Now, we've got 2 cups of crushed ginger snaps. I'll tell you what, these things are absolutely amazing. A little bit of dark brown sugar in there to give it that sweetness, and it is time to add a little bit of butter to make this all stick. What I'm gonna do now, go ahead and mix this up, and then we're gonna add it into the springform pan and make our crust. We have our 3 blocks of cream cheese. These are 8-ounce blocks of cream cheese. I went ahead and softened them at room temperature for about an hour. Now it is time to warp speed this. We're gonna go ahead and use our hand mixer and get these guys going until they're nice and soft, nice and creamy. Hey, chef's tip, take your time. You want this to be well mixed and well softened. It prevents any lumps in your cream cheese. Now that we've got this creamed a little bit and softened up, what we're gonna do is add the pumpkin pie filling. Now listen, every step of the way, you wanna go through and make sure everything is well incorporated and that cream cheese is fully incorporated and you don't have any little cream cheese balls. So we'll carefully go ahead and get this mixed in. We'll show you what it looks like once it's all incorporated. As you can see, we are well incorporated. Now it's time to add eggs. That's 4 large eggs and 1 large egg yolk. Hey, we're gonna do the same thing here again. We're gonna get this fully incorporated, and then we'll be back when we add the sour cream. We are nice and creamy again. Time to add the final ingredients, so we'll go ahead and add that sour cream in there, and then wait for it, we've got more, right? Now we're gonna add that granulated sugar. I'm using cane sugar. You could absolutely use beet sugar as well. They both are gonna work fantastic. Then a little bit of flour, right? Because we're doing a no water bath cheesecake, so that flour is gonna do a great job holding it all together. Hey, look at that. A little bit of smoked salt going in over the top, a little bit of that pumpkin pie seasoning, giving it that absolute taste of fall. And then here's the secret, guys. Look at that right there. Vanilla paste. I absolutely love vanilla paste. If you don't have paste, don't sweat it. Extract will work just as fine. And vanilla paste and vanilla extract, you guys, are the same amounts, 1 to 1. Time to mix this all up. We're gonna make sure everything is nice and creamy. And then when we come back, we're going in the springform pan. All right, we are all blended. It's time to carefully pour this on that ginger snap crust. Now listen, we are using a non-stick springform pan, so there's no need to spray it. But go ahead and get this all scraped out, you guys, and get that filled. And next up, we will see you out at the wood pellet grill. We've got it all preheated, and I'll tell you what, this smells fantastic, but it's about to get a lot better. All right, Traeger's preheated 350 degrees. We're gonna go ahead and add that cheesecake in, and we're gonna leave it alone, you guys. We will come back after about 40 minutes to check this. Total cook time today, about 55 to 65 minutes, but like I said, we'll see you in 45 when it's time for a little check-in. Here we are right at that 40-minute mark. Hey, check this out. What I like to do is give this a little tap because I'm trying to look and see how set we are right in the middle. We still got some jiggle in there. It hasn't quite firmed up in the center. We're gonna go ahead and let this go in about 10-minute increments now until we get it done. Yes, I know I said total cook time about 55 to 65 minutes, but what we're looking for is a pretty firm center. So we'll let this go now for another 10 minutes, and then we'll keep checking it until it's done. When it's done, we'll come back out here and show you exactly what it looks like when it is all perfect and ready to hit the fridge to chill out. All right, let's take a little jiggle test, right? Give it a little tap. Look at how nice and firm it is. That is exactly what we want. So carefully, and using insulated gloves, we're gonna slide this guy off onto the sheet pan here, and we're gonna carefully, you guys, head back into the kitchen. I'll show you my last final chef's tip. All right, here we are. And as you can see, we look pretty good. Don't stress out about those cracks. Those are just fine. Total cook time, about 75, 80 minutes. That's all right. Just take your time. Like I said, do some temperature checks, do some jiggle checks, and then do it in 10-minute increments until it's done. Now that it is finished, check this out. Here's my tip of tips. We're gonna go ahead and cover it with just a little bit of plastic wrap, because the next step is we're going into the fridge for 4 hours. But I like to do the plastic wrap on top. It helps hold some of that heat in, and it makes sure the fridge is not a shock and gives us a ton of cracks. So next up, we're going in the fridge, and I will see you in 4 hours when we're back here to cut this up. All right, we are done. We had a 4-hour rest in the fridge. Now, that rest in the fridge really helps the cheesecake set. Does another thing as well. It also pulls it off the side of that springform pan. Now, I'm gonna let you in on a secret. We covered it with plastic wrap to try to avoid cracks, but we had one little crack in there. However, my chef's tip of the day, the more whipped cream you use, the less cracks you see on your cheesecake. That's it. Super simple, super easy. And like I said, whether you're doing it on your wood pellet grill, in your smoker, or in the oven, you are gonna have an absolute fantastic time making this cheesecake. We topped it with that little bit of fresh whipped cream with some cinnamon and vanilla paste in there, and we are good to go. Once again, thanks to our friends at Colorado Department of Agriculture and Colorado Proud. Be sure to head over to Colorado Proud's website and grab today's recipe and find more amazing recipes from chefs featuring Colorado products.